Lee Jun-fan was the most famous Hong Kong-American actor from the 1960s through the 1970s, and remained a superstar after his untimely death at the young age of 32. This young man was famous to the world as Bruce Lee. He changed the action martial arts genre for years to come, and inspired several filmmakers and actors along the way, like Quentin Tarantino with Kill Bill, and Jackie Chan with films such as Drunken Master. Although Lee only got to star in 6 feature films, his on-screen charisma and unparalleled fighting skills proved he was the king of action cinema. Due to his quickness, charm, and unbelievably creative fight scenes, here are the greatest Bruce Lee fights on film. The Secret Alley Fight 1972, Way of the Dragon. Way of the Dragon took Bruce Lee into the international spotlight, as he fought with well-known American action star and martial arts master Chuck Norris, way back before he became the popular internet meme sensation. In this fight scene, Bruce Lee's character Tang Lung crosses paths with some street thugs who are looking to give him the beating of a lifetime. These gangsters are of different shapes and sizes with a plethora of weapons. They are no match for Lee though, as he skillfully pulls out his faithful nunchaku and delivers a sequence of blows to every bad guy until they are incapacitated. His quickness and eccentric skills with these chain sticks are legendary. The NBA player fight in Game of Death 1972. The same year as The Way of the Dragon, Bruce Lee paved the way for his success with Game of Death, as he fought through several bad guys to reach the final boss battle, just like in a fun video game. And just like these video games, the size ratio of the good guy versus the bad guy was something right out of a comic book, where Bruce Lee was the slender, short, yet muscular type, and his rival was a 7'2" man named Mantis, played by one of the greatest basketball players, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Even though Jabbar could not kick above his waist, it was enough to land a few blows to Lee's face, which makes this fight come out as perfectly entertaining, including leaving a giant footprint carved in Lee's chiseled solar plexus. The Revenge Fight 1973, Enter the Dragon. Bruce Lee has a lot of slaughter to do in Enter the Dragon. One unlucky victim was the American martial arts expert Robert Wall, who played O'Hara. This villain was accountable for killing Bruce Lee's character's sister in the film, and so we see the anger of an angry Bruce Lee unleashed. The two square off in a tournament run by a drug lord where shattered beer and wine bottles are used for weapons, but Lee easily wins, taking out Robert Wall. The sole thing that could have made this fight scene even more impressive would have been an appearance by Steven Seagal to irritate Wall himself. The Karate School Fight, Fist of Fury 1972. Quentin Tarantino paid respect to this epic fight sequence in Kill Bill, when Uma Thurman faced the crazy 88 army of the thugs of Orin Ishii. The well-known sequence of the gang surrounding her in a circle where she pulls out her sword and everyone backs up in fear was taken directly from this scene in Fist of Fury, else known in the USA as the Chinese Connection. In this scene, Bruce Lee takes on loads of Japanese karate school students and their master with a ton of outstanding quick fights, with each of the students who are hilariously made an example of. The Nunchaku Fight Game of Death 1972. Early on in the film Game of Death, Bruce Lee has a terrific fight sequence with Dan, the third-floor guard played by Dan Inosanto. In real life, Lee and Inosanto were very great friends, and their chemistry played out on screen perfectly in the way of their striking fight choreography, with Lee wearing the famous yellow and black striped fight suit which was winked at by Uma Thurman in Kill Bill. The two men square off with a couple of sticks before diving into one of the most amazing nunchaku fight scenes in movie history. Their impressive battle plays out like a ballet, with hard-hitting notes and quick-paced rhythms that could only be possible with two of the best fighters in the world. The Chuck Norris Fight 1972, Way of the Dragon. Leave it to Chuck Norris to show an impressive fight scene with Bruce Lee and magnificently let his opponent win over his American audience with high praise and cheers. In this heroic fight scene with Chuck Norris playing a guy named Colt, the quick Bruce Lee pulls out all the stops to put an end to this worthy opponent who was hyped up all movie long. Lee ends up winning the day with some hellacious chops, kicks, and a ruthless chokeout against the Texas Ranger. Bonus points to Lee for pulling out the splendid chest hair of Norris to assert his dominance. The Ice Factory Fight 1971, The Big Boss. The finest Bruce Lee fight scene takes place in an ice factory in The Big Boss, where all of Lee's cousins are some way murdered by the local crime boss. Counting his girlfriend cousin, no judgment, this ice factory sequence is so powerful and outlandish and features Bruce Lee taking on a legion of henchmen, which ultimately leads to the outdoors. However, inside the ice factory, loads of brutal weapons are used that pave the way for numerous other martial arts films, such as Ong Bak with Tony Jaa. The scene consists of Lee using flashlights, daggers, and knives. He even uses a rusty old saw to slice and tear into his opponents. It is one of the bloodiest fights in Lee's career. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed it. Until next time.